All right, this is my 2025 product of the year. I did this last year. I think Bentley Pasco gave me the idea. So this guy, it's a auto feeder. It doesn't come with this. This is 3D printed. It comes with the standard clamp auto feeder thing like you'd see in pretty much any other auto feeder on the planet. They're pretty standard, quite frankly. This is just a 3D printed one I use so I could use them on a very specific thing, right? So this is what makes it good right here. Something on my screen. There we go. The lid. It's huge. It is a game changer. It's a game changer. It is. Because, you have your filters or air stones or whatever, they're bubbling up. And then you don't have your lid. And the water splashes up. It inevitably, stop it, lid. It goes in the hole. And then it spoils all your food. And it sucks. It's no good. It's no good. So I actually 3D printed my own lids. But then, of course, I needed new auto feeders. So obviously, I went to look for them with lids. And these guys have lids. Now there's others on the markets that have lids. They're not as good. And just being honest, they're not as good as this one. So the ones that are the exact same as this one, which there's like two or three, they're just as good. But there's ways to improve this guy too. But first of all, let's talk about what I like. I like how it's flat here. This is really nice because you can put your food, you can set it down. You can take your little cap off here and you can pour your food in without it wobbling around. Like I have the Aquarium Co-op ones and they're rounded here. Who knows why? Like I would think it'd be easier to have it flat, but I don't know. It doesn't seem to hurt. Like, whenever I first saw that, I was like, oh, maybe it'll mess with how the food feeds. No, it doesn't. It's fine. It should be flat. It's way better to have it flat. Everyone manufacturing an auto feeder should make it flat. It's thing one. Thing two is the lid. And thing three, I don't want to really mess with it because I don't want to have to find out my food thing, but you can see it through there. They have a little guy to slow down your feeding. However, they claim, and I'll put it up, like their Amazon post, they claim it's supposed to be like removable, where it comes with two, one with it, one without. Mine didn't come with two. That kind of sucks. That's worse. You can see it real good right there. I'd like to be able to have it fully open and also be able to put the thing on and have it not fully open. It'd be nice if that could, attach in somehow. But those are the three things that makes it good. Now, what do I don't like? I'll tell you the thing I don't like the most. Triple A batteries. And don't get me wrong, I want them to have batteries because the ones without batteries, they don't last as long. Like, I don't know what's up with them. Like, maybe they get old. Like, maybe they last longer at the start. I don't know. I've had these since like mid-April, mid to late April. And now it's, it's actually Christmas Day today. So December 25th. And they're still going, but they only got one bar left. And, I have this thing moved twice a day on pretty much all of them. So, that's not terrible, but it's not great either. And the reason I say that is I have ones that do the same amount of movement and all that in AA that I've had for like 2 years, and they're still like at half charge. And the ones I recharge, I have to recharge them. It feels like every 3 or 4 months. Like it's way too often. So I want them to have batteries, but I want them to have AA batteries. So that's what I want. One thing that could be improved. Another thing that can be improved is, either actually make this removable, honestly. Like, I don't really want to have to deal with two different pieces. Like, I want this little thing to be removable. I mean, maybe it would be better to deal with two different pieces, honestly, because I'd lose that little thing. So that kind of stinks. I also like the knurling on here. Like, it's easier to like grip it and stuff, though it kind of looks weird whenever you move this. So, kind of pros and cons to that. I would like an actual like handle on this lid, so you can easily fiddle around. It's kind of hard that you kind of got to get your nail under there, and it's just kind of a pain. I'd like a nicer, just a slightly. But you can see it's pretty much flush. There's a little bit of a hump, but not really. It'd be nice if there was just a little. I mean, just a little bump, just so you can kind of have something a little more substantial to grab onto and open her up. You know what I mean? That'd be one thing. Another thing is you can only set 3 times a day, and you can have the thing spin up to 3 times. Having it spin multiple times, eh. But it'd be nice, especially for like frying stuff, if they could bump this up to 4 times a day it could feed. That'd be nice. Maybe have a option for American time too. That'd be cool, I guess. Not for more money though. Not worth more money. Um, they also have one of these that come in black. Like this is black. It's all black, and it doesn't have like the green or whatever, I guess. But that's like $2 more, and that's just not worth. I mean, who cares about the color? Like I don't care. Green's fine. My favorite color is green, but it's a darker green. Um, yeah, I mean the green's fine, but you can get this in black too. Is all I'm saying there. The Yeah, I mean this is product of 2025. Favorite product. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. But here it is. It's just an auto feeder. I have several, like 10, I think, of this specific one. And you know how much it cost right now on Amazon? It's like I think it's $17.50 before tax. So like after tax, it's like $18. It's a heck of a deal. They also have this in rechargeable, which is like right here. Like, what a crappy spot to put a charging port, quite frankly. It is USB C, but I think it's like 22 or $23. It's not really worth it in my opinion. Quite frankly, I'd rather have the AAA batteries. Cause it's easier to swap batteries than to like take it off the tank and then plug it in, and then you wait, and then you forget about it, so it pours its food out. At least one time while you're having it charge. It seems like it's just kind of a pain. I'd rather swap the batteries, but I'd much rather them be AA than AAA. So and these are for the however long that's been. These are the crappy batteries they came with, so that's pretty good, I'd say. And they come with batteries for $17. They also come with like a little feeding ring suction cup thing, so that's kind of nice too, I guess. If I could save like 50 cents and not have the feeding ring suction cup thing, I probably would. But it's nice it comes with that, especially if you have like floating plants or something like that. But Yeah. I don't. I think it. I haven't decided if I like the slanted back or not, or if I like to have the stuff on the back or the stuff on the side, like some of them have. I haven't really decided that yet. I'm not sure. I wish you could have one on the front, to be honest. Like if that was possible somehow. Because generally I hook these things on the back of my aquariums because I don't want them to be on the front because they'd be in the way and I can't see them on the back. So that kind of sucks. Um, but I guess that's all I have to say about them. That's my favorite auto feeder by far right now. Um, if they made it in double A, I would buy those instead. I wouldn't replace these. They're not. It's not worth buying new auto feeders to get this one, in my opinion. Maybe if yours doesn't have a lid and you don't have an access to a 3D printer or the skills to model a lid, then it might be worth it, especially if you only have a couple of tanks. But I got like 30, so if I already had 30 auto feeders, I certainly wouldn't be spending what is it, like $17 times 30? What would that be like? I don't know, a lot. I guess it'd be like probably like around 400 ish, a little under that. Like three or five, whatever, however much it is, 500 ish. I don't know. I wouldn't spend that amount of money to, gosh, I don't know. That lid's really nice. If I didn't have the issues with the food, with the water getting in there and getting the stuff getting wet, obviously I wouldn't splurge with the lid. But if I did, man, that'd be a tough call, honestly, because like, especially if you run fairly expensive fish food, like it can get expensive, and it's also really, really annoying, which is maybe a bit of a bigger factor there. But I mean, yeah, if you're in the market for an auto feeder, I'll try to remember to link it. But this guy, that's the model number down there. It's definitely worth a try at minimum, for sure. And if these guys ever come out with a double A version with the lid and everything, let me know. There's also another version where the hinge, it's not made by this company, but a different company. It flaps up like this, like the long way. And I don't know if that'd be better or not, because I'd worry about like the food getting caught in the lid, whereas this one's like pretty much out of the way, you know? Whereas that one that just rocks back, like I'd worry about the food getting caught, or if it rocks back too much, the lid getting water on it and then it just dumping water into it. So I don't know, maybe try that design at your own risk if you want to. But yeah, I mean, the main things I look for in auto feeder is the digital. You don't really want just like the 8, 12, 24, whatever that is. Because like you don't want it feeding when your lights are off, you know what I mean? And a lot of people like to feed, 2 hour twice a day, but your lights aren't on for, you know, 14 hours or whatever, because you want them, you don't want the food falling in like right as soon as the lights come on and they're still waking up and everything. You want the lights to be on for like an hour at least, and you want the food to spill right, at least an hour before the lights turn off. I would think that's what I do. So I mean, I don't know. I like the digital a lot more than the like 8, 12, 24. It's definitely worth an extra. It's worth the money to get the digital. I would probably spend up to $10 more to get the digital, to be honest. Because like with the manual one, you can only like really feed once a day for most people, and that kind of sucks, especially if you have fry or something. And then like when does the clock even start on those things? Like, is it just whenever you like plug the batteries in, or like flip the switch, or what? Like, I don't even know. So I like it with the more digital one. So yeah, that's all I got to say about this thing. My product of 2023. 2025, not 2023. 2025. It's 2025.